Tom Cooper here. Today we're going to talk about common problems creating and communicating plans. So why don't we create our plans? Well, first we forget how much today matters. Sometimes we confuse what's urgent with what's important. And sometimes we focus on what's easy or what's satisfying to me rather than what's really important, what really matters. So let's talk about number one. We forget how much today matters. Now, we are all busy. And before we know it, one day turns into another. The days turn into weeks, months, even years. But there's some people who seem to find ways to make each day count. They find a way to extract the marrow from every hour, seemingly with precision and focus. And the rest of us just think, well, I can put this off. I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, it's 4:30. I don't want to start a new project this late in the day. But winners realize every moment's a gift. Every day matters. We think we can do a ton tomorrow rather than move a shovelful today. The fact is, it's the sum of each day's little progress, which multiplies day after day, year after year, that leads to true success. So we forget how much today matters. In the next video, I'll talk about the 5 levels of planning and where this fits. But right now, let's move on to number 2. We confuse what's urgent with what's really important. Wow. How often have I been working on something, deeply concentrating, and then you've got mail, or more likely bzz, bzz, a text message coming into the phone, and all of a sudden we're out of the zone and we're into the tyranny of the urgent. We've moved from the really powerful and significant to the trivial and the unimportant, and we lose the moment. It's so easy to see that email inbox start to fill up. We want to focus on that. It's painful to ignore the ringing phone or to actually close the office door so we can focus. It is so hard to get in that creative thinking zone, and it's so easy to get yanked out. But here's what I know. Deeply successful people protect their thinking time. They set priorities. They carve out time to evaluate what's really important, and they make space to focus on what leads to significance. You ever feel like your activities are a mile wide and an inch deep? Well, we can all fall into that trap, but that's not how you drill for oil. If you want to get to what's really valuable, you'll make time to evaluate what's the highest value, and then you will focus on that, and you'll leave the other stuff behind. So that covers, we forget how much today matters, and we confuse what's urgent with what's important. Now let's move on to number 3. We focus on what's easy or satisfying. What do I like to do rather than what really matters? I got to tell you, I can totally relate to this one. I love to mark things off my to-do list. Sometimes I find myself completing something that wasn't on my list. I'll go back and add it to the list just so I can mark it off. It feels good to be done, and it's satisfying to have those things checked off. But the problem is, if we check off those things that are in our comfort zone or the things that are simple, all we have to show for our work is a list with a bunch of check boxes ticked off, and we're investing in small ball rather than investing in what's really valuable. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about the 5 levels of planning and how these challenges relate to those 5 levels. Also, coming up, I've got a Too Busy to Plan Summit, and we're going to dig even deeper into these ideas and what you can do about them. I'm Tom Cooper. Thanks for watching.